to living with an LFC fanatic. So this is episode 3. Jane, do you want to do a quick recap of what was happened in episode 2?
Episode 2 was based around our second born daughter and the lead up to the wedding, getting married. So that kind of left us in 2011, which was a good year. We got married in the August. We only had the 2 kids then. Like I say, Liverpool was always a big part of our life. So every Saturday, Sunday, whenever they played, it was constantly on the TV. Constantly. It actually drove me nuts. If it wasn't a live game, it was Sky Sports News, so you could keep an eye on the scores. And obviously, phones were a bit shite back then, weren't they? So it wasn't as good as it is now, where you could keep up on Google.
Yeah, I remember we used to always use CFAX. Do you remember CFAX?
Oh,
My nanny used to use holidays, stuff like that.
teletext.
Teletext, all
Yeah,
sorts of stuff.
I remember that. Your nana used to say, "Oh, it was after Courtney was born
Yeah.
in 2006," when she said, "Right, let's go on holiday." So we went to Tenerife, didn't we? And she got us a teletext holiday. I'd never heard of it at this point. Like I hadn't. It's not something we ever used. So yeah, we ended up going to Tenerife for a week, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it was January and it was really warm actually. We went for my birthday in the January and it was really, really warm. So our first daughter was only 4 months old when she went on her first abroad holiday, which was nice. All the Spanish love babies, don't they?
Yeah. They're all singing to her, weren't they, in the hotel and stuff.
Yeah, every morning you'd have the same staff come over and say hello to her, and they loved it.
Yeah.
That was a great holiday.
It was a great holiday. I remember we went in one of the clubs, didn't we? And my nana ended up having our little one overnight. I mean,
Oh,
absolute steaming.
steaming. I was being sick that much. My sick was black. Honestly, I thought I was dying because I didn't. That was my first abroad holiday, and going into all the nightclubs and stuff. It was great. Don't get me wrong. I had an absolute fantastic time, but by God, did I know it.
What was it we went into? I can't remember what it was called. It's a big name over here.
Yates's.
Yates's, that's it.
Yeah, it was a Yates's. And how weird is it that where we lived around the corner from a Yates's, so it was something familiar to us. That type of
Yeah,
club.
weren't you working
I
at
started
Yates's at that time?
yeah, I think it was just after that when we came back. I started. So most of the children's lives, either one of us has worked full time, or we've both tried to work full time. I'm a massive believer in, if you've got your children and they're young, spend time with them when they're young because you miss so much. Um, so he had a job during the day, and then I had a job at night. So again, we didn't see much of each other, really, did we? We had a couple of hours in an afternoon.
Yeah.
And then when I finished in the nightclub life, I was young, but it was just hard with 2 young children. I was like, I can't do it. Getting in at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and the kids are up at 7. It was just too much. Um, so you were working then, and then I think you started at a hotel doing night shift, didn't you? You started as a night porter.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of review of the 2011-12 season. So this was when me and Jen's cousin, Craig, went to watch the Europa League game, which was we had a shit team back then. We were just looking at the team, and it finished 2-2. I think we ended up winning on aggregate, but it was 2-2 at Anfield against Young Boys, and Jen ended up paying for me to get the ticket to go with Craig. I drove down, and we had all right seats. I think we were in the middle-ish. And
I
it
think
was average game.
did yeah, it was a Europa League game, wasn't it? Yeah, I got you the ticket for your birthday that year because the game was the day before your birthday.
Yeah, it was on the November the 22nd, 2012.
Yeah, the team's shite.
So the team, I won't go into like do the little subs and stuff. I'll just give you a rough idea of the team back then. So we had Rayner, Gerrard, Skirtle, Carragher, Downing, Sahin, Hendo, Shelby, Sterling, Suarez, and Asaidi. Asaidi is that good. I don't remember him.
I remember reading it then and I was like, who the fuck's Asaidi? Don't have a clue.
So, it was quite an average team. And then the goal scorers was Shelby and Joe Cole. but I think we set off at around about. It was a night game, wasn't it? I think it was a 7:45 kickoff.
I'm not sure if it. Yeah, it must have been because I remember you getting home quite late.
I think we set off at around about 5, something like that.
Yeah.
4, 5 o'clock. So if we do a bit more of a review of this season, and then we'll go on to talk about our youngest daughter, which was 2013. So 2011-12 season, we won the Carabao Cup against Cardiff on penalties, 1-1 in normal and extra time, and we won 3-2 on penalties. We lost in the FA Cup to 2-1 to Chelsea.
Oh. It was a hard one for me. With my brother being a Chelsea fan, I do have a little bit of a soft spot for Chelsea. Um, so I try not to get involved when there's a Chelsea Liverpool game. And you remember every season from my brother being young. I mean, my brother's what, 33 now? And from him being young, he used to always say to you, didn't he? I bet you 50 quid Chelsea finish above Liverpool this season. And then when it got to the end of the season and Chelsea were below Liverpool, he'd say, let's roll it over. Next season will be 100 quid if Chelsea. And do you know what? Still to this day, they've never paid each other. Never. Never, ever.
No. To be fair though, if it came down to payments, I think I'm 50 quid up.
I bet you are as well. I bet you are.
So that season, we finished 8th on 52 points. And that's our lowest tally since 1953-54 season. 52 points.
Shocking.
And then in the May 2012, Kenny Dalglish was sacked and replaced by Brendan Rodgers. Brendan fucking Rodgers.
Oh, oh, terrible.
And then Suarez finished top goal scorer. And then the transfers that season was Jordan Henderson, Charlie Adam, Donny, Downing, Enrique, Quatez, and Craig Bellamy.
Craig Bellamy. When you look back at that, they didn't half sign some shite.
Oh, they were proper shite. Listen at this shit that we got rid of, though. Konchesky, worst left back signing ever in Premier League history. What a
Oh.
shower of shit. And then you've got Jovanovic, shite striker. El Zahara, Kyriakos. What a load of shit he was.
Oh.
Sewer, another poor left back. Poulsen, Ngog, he was supposed to be the new Nicholas Anelka. Not good at all. And then Deegan and Moreles went to Chelsea. I quite like Moreles. I thought he was quite good. We ended up going, I think he went to Chelsea for about 12 million or something. So I was winding Jason up saying, you've got some shit there, Jace. You can have our rejects.
Oh, what did he used to always say? I'm not 100%, but was Drogba at Chelsea in this season?
I think so, yeah.
And I used to always wind him up and say, he's a good striker, mate, but he just flops on the floor. He's always on the floor. Like, constantly. I'd constantly wind him up about Drogba, but hats off to him. He was a great striker, to be fair.
It was all right. It was not fun.
So looking back at that, what am I looking at? It's not who I'm thinking of.
So yeah, that's a quick brief for 11 season 11 12 2011 2012. So now we'll go on to when our youngest was born. It's over to you, Jen.
So, obviously, at the end of the 2012 season, I think it was just before the end of the season, actually, we found out we were pregnant again. So, well, all my pregnancies, I found out really early. I just knew within 2, 3 weeks that there was something not right. I mean, I was pretty lucky. I never had morning sickness or anything like that. Just felt a little bit sick. Um, every time I've been pregnant, I do suffer really bad with my iron, and I was just feeling really drained. And I was like, "This isn't normal." I just feel off. And I said to him, "I'm pregnant." He went, "Nah, you know." I said, "I'm telling you now. I know fine well I'm pregnant." And we had a kitten at the time, and it was the smell of the cat food. I could smell it from upstairs, and I was balking. And I was like, "Nah, that surely that's not right." So I said to him, right, let's get to a shop. So I went to a shop, bought a pregnancy test, and he was like, go on, do it now. I was like, no, it's all right. I'll do it later on. Like, I'm busy with the kids. And you went to work,
Yeah.
and you were working up at a hotel. And I literally waited for him to get in the car, drive off the street, and left it 5 minutes. And I ran straight upstairs and did this test. And within seconds, it was positive. So I rang him literally about 10, 15 minutes later because I knew he'd be at work then. And I said, oh, I'm pregnant. He went, oh, right. You said you were. I didn't think you would be, but yeah, all right. Here we go, baby number 3.
What are working on the wind farms then?
No, that was Vimogen. When I fell pregnant with Imogen, you were working on the wind farms. You were away for 3 weeks and home for a week. And you did that for quite a while. And I think it was the last time you came home, and then you went back for 3 weeks, and it turned out I fell pregnant that week.
Yeah, because I remember as at sea one, I was in the middle of it.
Yeah, he was in the middle of the sea when I rang him to tell him I was pregnant.
Yeah, I was tempted to jump in, but
Yeah. All right for some. But yeah, like between the 2 older girls, Imogen was born 6 weeks before our eldest Courtney turned 2. So she was hitting the terrible 2 stage, and I had a 6-week-old, and I was like, oh, this is going to be hard work. But it wasn't. Like, the growing up and stuff, they're really, really close, aren't they? Like, they do quite a lot together.
yeah.
But yeah, getting back to finding out I was pregnant with Lacey, I obviously rang your mum and let her know and let the family know, and had our 12-week scan, everything was fine. And then the 20-week scan, back then there wasn't really anybody that did early gender scans. So we just waited as normal for the 20-week scan, and we sat outside waiting. And he said, I'm convinced you're having a boy this time. I said, yeah, I am. I feel completely different to the other 2. So he goes in, lies down, and she says, oh, do you want to find out the gender? And he was like, yeah, you know. So we found out, and she went, oh, congratulations, you're having a girl. And he looked at me. I swear he gave me the dirtiest look, as if it was my fault. He didn't speak to me properly for about a week. I was devastated. And I mean, obviously we had 2 girls, so we were hoping for a boy.
Yeah.
It's just one of them things. And I said to you at that point, the man determines the sex, not the woman. So it's your fault. And I also backed it up with real men father girls. So I think that kind of smoothed it over a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, over the years, we have lost a couple of children. So the hospital seem to think that it's potential that I can't carry boys. It's just one of them things. We're lucky enough to be blessed with 3 kids. Some people can't have any. So we've told the girls that we want to try for grandsons, don't we? Some grandsons at least. I mean, we've got lots of nephews, haven't we? And they're absolutely brilliant. Loads of nephews, quite a few. We're quite blessed in that way, haven't we? We've got 13 nieces and nephews,
13.
14, something
Yeah,
like that.
Christmas is expensive.
Oh, yeah. I'm a planner, so I like to plan things in advance. So I start Christmas shopping in January. Um, and then I put money away each month or each week for the birthdays. So I think, right, so there's so many birthdays this month, so we need to put this much away. Or let's say Christmas is the same, they all get exactly the same. So yeah, it does get expensive, but if you plan ahead, you can manage. I mean, we don't struggle when it comes right to Christmas because I plan things ahead and things are done
Yeah,
beforehand.
we do January sales and stuff, don't we?
Yeah, I do. I'm one of those that if I put the money away and if I'm out shopping, I think, oh, one of the kids would love that, and I'll just grab it while I'm there. Gets wrapped, tagged, put in the loft, and that's it. Everything gets wrote down, so I know what I'm doing, when I'm doing it. And then I've got him down me here. What the bloody hell are you buying now? I'll be like, oh, it's Christmas presents, or it's birthday presents, or it's this, or it's that. You'd think I go out spending all the money, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And I don't. I'm tighter than him.
Don't know about that.
Talking. I'm tighter than you with money. I'm telling you now, I am. I've just booked to go away at the weekend with the 2 younger ones. The eldest one's staying at home, and the 2 younger ones, we said, oh, with it being the Easter holidays, we'll go away for a couple of nights. So I've booked a hotel, and I'm not telling anybody where it is because the kids don't even know. It's just a few days to get away.
Imogen knows.
Imogen knows.
Yeah, I told her today we've got to Edinburgh.
FYI. But yeah, so I was umming and ahhing. I was like, "Oh, I don't really want, spending all that money." And he was like, "Just bloody book it, you know." So I did in the end, but it took me about 3 weeks to book it. I've been talking about it for weeks, haven't I?
Yeah.
And it took me that long to be able to book it.
So when you had Lacey, then we decided then that this was probably going to be our last one because, like Jen just said, we've lost a couple and it's heartbreaking. And you know, I said to her, "This is going to be the last one." I said, "You know, if it is right that she can't have boys, we can't just keep going through pregnancy after pregnancy,
Mm.
50-50, trying to get a boy. We could end up with about fucking 20 girls. And it's bad enough having 4 in the house, never mind another 2 or 3.
You've got the cat. The cat's a boy.
Yeah,
At least that's one
but he's
boy.
camp.
Cat's camp.
Definitely camper than Christmas.
Bless him.
So, do you want to tell them a little bit more about when your brother and his wife, well, wife now, were at our house? They were going to come and look after the girls,
Oh
weren't they?
God, yeah. So my brother and his wife had just found out that they were having their first child. So they were really early, around 8, 9 weeks, and they said, right, if you're going to labour, just give us a ring. 'Cause they lived literally 2 minutes away in the car, didn't they? Said just give us a ring. So I pre-warned my brother one night, and I said, look, I said I'm not feeling great. I'm not in labour now, but I know that it's not going to be long. Um, And the weekend before that, I'd actually said to your mum, like, I know I'm going soon. I can just feel it. Like, you just know. So she took the girls to her house for the weekend and she brought them back on the Monday. She actually drove them from Morecambe to where we lived at the time. It was like an hour and a half. And she got them up really early on the Monday morning and dropped them off at school that morning for us. Um, so that Monday night, about midnight, I said to him, I feel really uncomfortable. I just don't feel right. So he said, "Oh, you better pre-warn your brother." So I rang him, and he said, "Right." He said, if you need me, ring me." He said, "I'll be up till about 2 in the morning anyway, playing FIFA," because he used to play on FIFA while his wife was sleeping. Um, so got to about 2:30, 2:45, maybe 3 o'clock, and I said to him, I'm gonna go and get into bed, like, because we were downstairs. I was like, I'm just uncomfortable, and I went upstairs, and literally my contractions were like bang every 3 minutes. I was like, the two kids were in bed, so I was bloody trying to get down the stairs, middle contraction. I said to him, "You're gonna have to ring Jason." So we rang him, didn't we, at 3:10?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Him and his wife shot round in the car, in the pajamas, everything. And he stood at the doorway going, "Come on, Jen, you need to get in the car." And I looked at him and I went, "Don't fucking tell me what to do." I was mid contraction. My legs had just gone completely tense, couldn't move them. And he said, "Come on, you're going to have this fucking baby in the car." And I was like, "I can't fucking move like that." I was like, "No."
Yeah, so we got in the car, and our house is probably about 5-6 miles from the hospital.
Yeah.
Um, and I could tell that it was close. I just had that feeling, you know. So I thought, right, we're gonna have to get there.
Have to boot it.
So the road that you go up towards the hospital is actually called Abbey Road. And I said to her, if you have that baby in this car, we're calling it Abbey.
And I said, "Not a
And I
bloody
said, not a
chance."
chance. Next minute, waters went all over the car, passenger seat, everything.
Weird though, wasn't it, that we'd bought leather seat covers and I'd put them on a couple of days before.
Yeah.
So we'd got them, and yeah, my waters went in the car. Literally, my brother got to our house at 3:15. We set off to the hospital, and we got to the hospital at 3:40 in the morning, and Lacey was born at 3:47. So I mean, my waters went literally 2 minutes away from the hospital, not even that. And I mean, the road that we went on was 30 mile an hour, and he was doing 60.
Yeah.
He said, "If there's a red light,"
Lights and everything.
he said, "I ain't stopping because I ain't delivering no
He
baby."
said if the police pull us over, they can fucking follow us to the hospital. I ain't stopping. So we got to the hospital and we'd already warned
We'd already rang them, hadn't we, and said,
Someone
"We're
and
out
said
here."
that, the waters have gone. So they came out with a wheelchair.
Yeah, because my waters had gone in the car, so I could feel ahead and I couldn't sit down. So when I got up, obviously she dropped a bit more. So I had to be wheeled on the wheelchair like you're a child on your knees. They literally wheeled me into the hospital and they clocked me in at 3:40.
Yeah.
We got to the hospital, and obviously, as they were wheeling me in, he'd text his mum and said, "Oh, no, it wasn't even then. It was after she was born. You didn't even have a chance." So yeah, 3:40, we clocked in at the hospital, and she was born at 3:47. I literally got in there. They literally chucked me onto the bed, and that was it. 3 pushes, and she was there, and I could not believe it. I couldn't believe that it was that quick. But to him, I used to always wear his Liverpool shirts when I was pregnant because they were bigger, baggy, cool, that type of thing. So on that night, I was actually wearing his Gerrard shirt, and it had
Yeah.
Gerrard 17 on the back, so it was one from when he was young,
Yeah.
and I gave birth in that.
Still got that now as well.
We have it's in a memory box. He was absolutely buzzing about it. I mean, me, I couldn't care less in that precise moment, but he'd said, I think it'd be good for you to give birth in a Liverpool shirt so that the bird is the first thing the child sees when they're born.
Yeah.
And that's literally what happened.
My mum was in absolute shock as well. So after the baby was born, I phoned my mum and I said, "Mum, she's here." And she went, "Oh, good. Let me know when the baby's born." I said, "No, mum, the baby's here." She went, "You joking?"
I went, yeah, fucking what? Remember it, you saying, didn't I? Yeah, she's here. And your mum said, oh, send her my love and I hope the labour goes well. And you went, no, ma'am, she's here. And she was like, oh my God. And I think your dad had been on nights beforehand
Mm,
and your mum didn't have a phone that received pictures, but your dad did. So we sent a picture to your dad's phone and your mum couldn't get it to work. So she kept going in and saying to your dad,
waking him up, yeah.
I can't get the picture on. They've sent me a picture. And she kept saying, please don't let anyone know until I've seen a picture of her. And I'll drive down early hours. And I was like, no. I said, I didn't mean it in a horrible way, but she'd not slept. She'd been up all night waiting for news. So I said, get yourself some rest. I'm literally, once I get let go of the hospital, we're going straight home. The door's getting locked and no one's coming in.
Yeah, we
Um,
literally banned everyone, didn't we? Your
yeah,
dad, nobody was allowed in for the
yeah.
first few days.
It was just the fact of having 2 other children as well, and then bringing a newborn in. I think it's really nice just to have that little bit of a family dynamic and try and get yourself into a little routine. And I love the newborn baby stage where you bring a newborn home and, that type of thing. So I think it made it a bit more special for us because we did decide that she was going to be our last one.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, it was a bit of a whirlwind, that one, wasn't it? And I remember the midwife coming out because they come out like on the 5th day when you come home. And she said to me, she said, do you plan on having any more? And I said, not at this precise minute. Why? And she said, well, if you did, she said, you would have to probably have a home birth or be taken in. She said, because
what, baby?
your labours have just got quicker and quicker every time, which they tend to do. She said, yeah, she said, but your full blown labour was 7 minutes. I was like, oh God, there's no way I'd make it to the hospital next
Oh, it
time,
was
would there?
fast. You'd have definitely had that baby in the car if I didn't put my foot down. If we're doing easy 60 or 70,
Well, I'm telling you now, even if I did, I wouldn't have called no baby Abby.
you would.
No, I don't like the name. I wouldn't have called it Abby at all.
Happy Paisley.
No, no. And as for going back to, I was watching our video back the other day and you saying that if you had a son, you wanted to call him Gerard. And I said, absolutely not. There's no way I'm standing at the back door shouting, Gerard, your tea's ready. Wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, because I said to her, I said, if we have a boy, he's going to call it Gerard, and you've got to stand at the back gate and go, Jack, your tea's ready.
I was like, no. I mean, I put up with all your Liverpool, your little quirks and your little, your little bits and pieces that you're snubbing in day to day life. But this is a partnership. It doesn't just come down to what you want.
It would have been funny if you were stood at the back gate shouting, Jack.
Well, I've got an uncle, but his name is pronounced Gerard rather than Gerard. Um, but yeah, he wasn't sneaking the Liverpool names in. There was no way.
So what I've got here, while we're talking about 2013, I've got the stats from the 2012-2013 season. So let's just stop talking about babies and let's get on to the good stuff.
The good stuff. You were probably. Mm,
Right, so in the 2012-2013 season, we finished seventh in the Premier League. We got knocked out in the fourth round of the FA Cup, the fourth round of the League Cup, UEFA Europa League, round of 32. Shite as
absolute
usual.
shite.
Top goal scorer was Luis Suarez with 30 in all competitions, 23 in the league. Highest attendance 45,009 versus Chelsea on the 21st of April 2013. Lowest attendance was 37,521 versus Swansea on the 31st of October 2012 in the League Cup. Not surprised, League Cup's shite in it. Average attendance 43,668 in all competitions in the league. Average league attendance.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Average home league attendance.
All right, yeah. But it says here, right? Average home league attendance 406 43,668 in all competitions. But it says league there, so that doesn't make sense, does it?
Yeah, because it doesn't matter what competition it is, it's just the average home attendance. I'd ignore the league. It actually came up on my memories the other day. I'm gonna have to find that picture to show everybody, and it's a picture of Lacey at about 6 months old in a little Liverpool kit, and I still have that T-shirt to this day.
Yeah.
It's really cute, actually. Got to the point where she put it on a teddy, but now she's too grown up to have that type of stuff in her room. She's Fortnite mad.
Yeah, she is. She loves Fortnite. So we also see, when Lacey was quite young, I always had a feeling that because Jen's little brother is autistic, and obviously he spent a lot of time with us when he was growing up, and I had a feeling that Lacey was autistic. So for years and years and years, Jen was like, no, 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 she's just hyperactive. She's just a kid, blah blah blah. But then we found out recently that she is autistic. Probably
Mm.
what 2 years ago.
Well, she started a pathway, didn't she, a couple of years ago? It took us like 2 years to get to where we are. She got an official diagnosis in October last year. So we've started to put things in place, liaising with school, sent the report over to school so they can put things in place on things she struggles with. So she's very straight to the point. She doesn't have a filter at all. She struggles socially and like keeping friends, doesn't she? Because she comes across as really bossy and rude. She can't help it. It's just the way she is. She doesn't process things like we do. She doesn't think of consequences like we do. Um, so I mean, some days can be really challenging. Um,
Yeah,
but she's hilarious at times, isn't she?
it's really funny.
She's really dry, and she doesn't understand it like we do. So she'll say something to us, and we'll burst out laughing, and she'll stand there with a straight face, and say, "Why are you laughing? Like, what are you laughing for?" And we're like, "It's not at you, Lacey. It's the way that you are, like the what you're saying and how you're expressing yourself. It's just funny, and you don't even realize it." So yeah, she's definitely a little character.
Yeah, she is. She keeps pestering me to come on the channel, but she doesn't even like football. She just she came in my room the other night. I think it was either last night or night before, and it was when we did Imogen's Tell Me Your LFC story, and she
Mm.
said, "So, so you only do football on your channel, Dad?" Because she does Fortnite. She has like a Fortnite channel on like on YouTube for her and her friends. It's quite cute, really. I made her a website and stuff, and she told everybody at school that she made the website.
It's supposed to be a Fortnite channel, but what does she do half the time? She puts shorts of herself singing.
Yeah,
Literally all she does. She
but
loves
yeah,
to sing.
she put she told her she got me to make her this website of Fortnite, right, with all the shop and everything on it. It's actually on my personal channel. If you haven't seen it already, go and take a look. It's really good. She had a lot of say in it. She picked the colours.
Designed it, didn't she,
She
really?
basically designed it, and I just put it into practice for her.
Mm.
And she went into school the next day. She says, "Will you send me the link for it, Dad?" She went into school and told all her friends that she made it herself that night.
Honestly.
So now she's a web designer as well now.
And you ask her when she's older what she wants to do. It's the alarm going off outside the door because the kids are making chocolate brownies downstairs.
Yeah.
Love a bit of baking. Yeah, you'd say, "Well, what do you want to be when you're older?" And she'll say, "I want to be a singer." She used to say a singer or a McDonald's worker, didn't she?
Yeah.
And yeah, she's some character like, but by God, it's hard to get some stuff into her, isn't it? Like food wise, she's very particular on certain foods.
Mm.
she's still on the pathway for an ADHD diagnosis because 9 times out of 10, if they've got one, they've got the other. Um, so it's just finding a balance. Like when she was a bit younger, she used to sleep for hours and hours, didn't she? Whereas now, I mean, even on a school night, she has to get up by 7 o'clock the latest in the morning to leave the house for 7:30 to get to school. And she could still be pottering about at midnight, couldn't she?
Oh yeah. It's like we get into bed, we put telly on for an hour before we go to sleep. But you can still hear her pacing backwards and forwards. You don't hear her all day,
No.
apart from because she's on fortnight when she's not at school. And then it gets to like 10:30. She's still pacing backwards and forwards. God knows what
Yeah.
she's doing.
It's like she's got so much energy that she can't burn it off, like, no matter what you do with her. Like, that's another reason why I wanted to book a few days away as well, because it's a bit of different scenery, isn't it? She's not stuck on a computer or I mean, it's different when the weather's rubbish, she can't go out anywhere. I mean, she's got a 10-foot trampoline in the back garden. A lot of the time, she'll bounce and bounce and bounce for hours on end.
Yeah,
And even then, I mean, I could go on it for 10 minutes and I'm knackered. I need a nap.
yeah,
But her, she can bounce for 2, 3 hours at a time and think nothing of it, and she's still running around like a lunatic.
yeah. So she keeps saying to me, "When can I have a monster, Dad? A sugared monster?" I said, "Never." I said, "You got no chance, kid."
She asked me yesterday for a sugared Lucozade. I said, "Not a chance, kid."
No, she'd be bouncing off the walls.
Oh, yeah, she would. Absolutely bouncing.
What else does she do? I'm trying to think of other things we can tell them before we leave this episode. Because, so she, like I said, I have invited her to come to Liverpool games. She's got kits and stuff. She doesn't even wear them.
She likes to be part of it. So if we're getting kits, so like every year, Gareth gets all 3 kits usually, depending on if he likes them or not. Imogen gets all 3, and then Courtney sometimes gets one. Like she likes the black one, didn't she? The black and teal.
Yeah,
So she's got that one. So I tell you what, it's hard work when it comes to washing, and there's 3 of them there. And I think, bloody hell, I have to look in the tag at the sizes to see whose is whose. And then Lacey's got that full kit as well. So I mean, she's not a football fan, like not at all. But she wants to join in, so we're like, well, if she wants one, let's get her one. Um, but yeah, she'll often say, like, I remember once when you were playing FIFA and she come downstairs and she went, "What's the score, Dad? Are Liverpool winning?" He went, "Lacey, it's not a game. I'm playing FIFA." And she went, "Oh, I thought it was Liverpool playing."
yeah,
I mean, she does know a few players. Like if you ask her, like she memorises them. She loves Van Dijk. She loves Mo Salah. Remember that video that I tweeted Mo Salah of her
yeah.
when she was little? Mo Salah running down the what was it? Running down the pavement,
Pavement,
she
yeah.
said.
Running down the pavement.
But yeah, she tends to take in information and she remembers the most that we would think the most silliest of things. But
I,
she
s-
knows.
yeah, I say it. Well, let's see. Name me 5 Liverpool players. She goes, uh, Salah, Van Dijk, Messi,
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo, uh, Randy Orton,
Yeah, that's so funny.
freaking Rollins.
I love it when she says that. She with the wrestling and stuff, you say to her, she knows a few wrestlers as well, but I think she gets the fact confused that some are wrestlers and some are footballers. And,
Yeah,
like to think of Lionel Messi, it's because obviously the boys that she goes to school with, they like football, they like Ronaldo, they like Messi, like most kids do.
yeah,
So to her, she just automatically thinks that any footballer plays for Liverpool.
yeah. She doesn't understand us. She doesn't
No,
understand that there's different teams.
that's the thing. She does, unless she's interested in it, she doesn't grasp it. It goes one in ear and out the other.
Yeah,
But I mean, you can ask her certain things about Fortnite, like a skin, for instance. I mean, I play with her sometimes, but she's rubbish when you play duo. She just runs off and leaves you to
yeah.
get
She
shot.
does.
Like
Yeah,
me and my brother and my sister-in-law have been playing like for a couple of hours each night, and we let Lacey join the other night, and she kept pissing off and leaving us. I said, "Lacey, where you at?" She's halfway across the map.
yeah,
"I'm not playing with you again. I'm not doing it. You're in a squad. You're supposed to support each other."
yeah. She's like, hurry up, where's that? You're right behind me.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for you.
she's looted up. She's built a bloody castle, a lot. But she's very, very good at Fortnite, very good.
Yeah, she's
Um,
talented. Like,
she's very talented when it
but then
comes to
again, I'd be good at Fortnite if I played it for 10 hours a day.
well, she doesn't play it for 10 hours a day now, but she would. That's why she's baking downstairs.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
like
to give
some
her things to
mornings
do.
when she's off of a weekend and that she'll get up at 10 o'clock and she'll play on it until 9 o'clock at night. and she comes off it for like 20 minutes to eat a tea and a dinner and stuff.
Yeah.
Straight back on it.
I mean, like I say, if in the holidays, if the weather's nice, we try and get out with them, don't we? Um, we try and nip out as much as we can, obviously around your work schedule, because I get holidays off, so I get half terms and things like that. So mine match up with Lacey's. Um, so like tomorrow, I'm taking her out in the morning with your mum and that. Take her to a trampoline park to run off some energy.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, and then we'll go away on Friday for a couple of days. She's still got another week off, so our holidays didn't start till Thursday. But most of the schools in our area broke up last Friday, so they go back a week today, whereas Lacey's got an extra week off. So my work have tallied up my holidays to go along hers. Um, so next week when all the other schools are back, when it's a bit quieter, I might take her out.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably why she doesn't like to go to the football games as well, because it's so loud. She doesn't like a lot of loud. I mean, on the bus to school, she wears headphones, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She doesn't like things that are too loud.
No, she's very set in her ways.
Yeah, I mean, she loves routine, doesn't she, as well?
Yeah.
Um, so
She very rarely tries new things. I made a steak the other week for me and Imogen. She said, I don't know if I like steak. I said, would you want to try some with some of this peppercorn sauce? I don't know if I like it. So I said, I'll tell you what, just have a teaspoonful, see if you like it. So I poured it, made it all cool for her, passed her, and she went, oh, that's nice, that. The thing is, if you don't try and get her to try things, she won't try it. If
mm,
she don't like the smell of it, or if it's something that like she's not used to eating the textures and stuff like that,
textures is a big one for her. Like
she won't try
mint,
it.
when she was younger, she wasn't too bad, like 2. But as she's got older, like the texture of mince. She loves lasagna, but she'll eat the cheese sauce and the pasta, and she leaves all the mince. Meat and potato pie, she'll eat the pastry and the potato, but leave all the mince. So
Yeah,
we don't even try and force her now. I mean, last night I made a beef and lamb dinner yesterday, didn't I? And all she ate was cauliflower cheese, stuffing, and Yorkshire pudding, saying that she doesn't like the lamb, but yet this morning she's been there picking at the lamb and eating it,
yeah.
saying this is really nice. I said, well, I told you this yesterday, but I didn't think I'd like it. And I said, but you've got to try things to know if you like it.
It's like I said to it yesterday. I said, why have you not got any gravy, Lacey? She said, oh, I don't like it. I said, it's the same gravy as I made you when we had that steak. And she went, is it? She went and put it on. I loved it.
And
Ate every single bit of it.
it wasn't even the same one either. It was I made lamb gravy yesterday, didn't
Uh,
I? But she thought that it
she
was the
thought it
same as
was.
what he made.
It was
Um,
peppercorn sauce, but she didn't know that.
I mean, if you let that kid, she'd live off McDonald's burgers,
Yeah, nuggets.
nuggets, and pizza
That's it.
and hash browns. She's not a big fan of chips, but she loves hash browns. But it has to be the breakfast hash browns from Aldi.
Yeah, she's not a big fan of chips, but she'll eat what are the other things called it used to make?
Dirty fries.
Fries.
She
She
loves
likes
that.
them. So if you don't know what dirty fries is, it's just basically your fries with bacon on
Uh,
top, barbecue sauce and cheese.
she loves that.
Whack it in the oven. If you haven't tried it, get your kids to try it. Oh my god.
I usually do it when we do burgers, don't I? I do homemade burgers. The kids love them.
Yeah, they're really
But
nice
it is.
actually.
But it's one of those meals that you think to yourself, God, this could give me a heart attack with this.
Oh yeah,
So we very rarely have it
it's
like,
nice though. Really nice.
oh yeah, it's nice, but it's like a heart attack on a plate, innit?
Oh, it's greasy as fuck.
To be fair, I mean, I don't cook in oil at all. I use my air fryers for everything. The homemade burgers are done with a 5% or less fat mint, so we try and make it as healthy as we can. So it's like a healthy burger
Mm,
and healthy chips.
I don't know about that.
Well, it is. It's
You
fine.
get the fat coming off the bacon, the grease off the cheese.
Oh,
Don't know about that,
God, I love a bit of cheese
but it
though.
is beautiful. So yeah, that's basically our youngest daughter. So I've actually had a vasectomy now, so I definitely can't have any more kids. So I said to Jen, if you do want more kids, we could adopt if you want. And then we both said, no, we're not starting again now.
No, I mean, now the kids are at the ages they're at. I mean, Imogen's 18 in a couple of months, Courtney's 20 in a few months, and then you've got Lacey's coming up 13 this year. And it's got to the point now where we can do things like,
Yeah, go on holidays and
yeah, I
stuff.
mean, Courtney watches Lacey sometimes, like February half term, we went away, didn't we, for a couple of nights, just me and you. Courtney said, right, you get yourself away and I'll have Lacey at home for you. So we did a couple of nights away, and it's nice to be able to do that. But it's also nice that they are a bit older and, they can kind of fend for themselves if they want to. I love children. That's why I went into what I do.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I work with babies from 6 months right up to 4 years, and I love it, absolutely love it. But I don't think I'd manage with another baby in the house. Like,
Not a newborn.
no.
I think it's if I could find a boy that was the new Mane or something, I'd be up for it.
Here we go. Yeah, you say that, but you'd be saying, well, I'm still going to keep my full-time job. You
No,
can
I
stay at
wasn't.
home.
Not with a son. I'd be taking him in the field and throwing balls at him all day.
Well, you've got nephews, haven't you?
Yeah, but they don't really like football.
Well,
Well,
I
Riley
mean,
and that do, but they live miles away.
yeah. What about Aaron's new little boy? He could be a right little footballer. He's only 3 months old, and he's an absolute tank, isn't he?
He's a big
He's a
lad.
big lad. He's either going to be a footballer or a rugby player.
I'd say more into rugby.
Oh, he's a big lad, but he's adorable.
He's like what?
He's 1 stone 5,
1 stone at 3 month old.
but he was 9:15 born, so he was a big baby
Well, he's not
born.
even 3 month old. Is he? What am I about?
Yeah, he is. He's
Is
3.
he?
Yeah,
I thought he was only 6 weeks.
no, he was born on the 28th of December.
So yeah,
So yeah, he's
it's
a bit of a
basically
chunk.
our family,
Oh, there's loads of them.
our little family. So in the next episode, we'll probably cover. I don't know really. We'll have a little think about it, and then but just keep your eye out on the community tab. Make sure you subscribe, liked, and hit the notification bell. That's the key one. But remember, it's only 3 notifications from YouTube. So check back at the channel. I've not done it over the last couple of days. I've been too fucking pissed off with this shower of shit from Saturday. That's why I've not done nothing. But I think even Tony's pissed off with it. He's not even doing a review for it.
I don't blame him.
Um,
Be embarrassed to do a review on
so
that.
next time you probably get a video of Tony will be the preview for the PSG game. I'm not going to even touch on it at the minute. I just want the season to end. Slot out.
There's no football this weekend, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we're going away.
We've got Fulham on Saturday.
Oh, well, we're away Friday, Saturday.
I'm not bothered. We'll get beat anyway.
We go away Friday and come back Sunday. Well, we could always find a nice little pub to watch it in
No, I'm
with
not
the
bothered.
kids.
No,
We're going to have to go out for food. I know. We'll find a spoons.
I'll,
Cheap and cheerful.
I'll sit with my back to it and have headphones on.
And we'll find something else to do.
That's it for this episode, though, guys. We'll see you real soon. Don't forget to like and share the video. That's it for now. Take it easy. You're not going to say goodbye, Jen?
Bye. I'm going